Show the wrinkles.
Okay. Now I know with these chairs, it's really tempting to rock, but that's
Don't
funny
rock,
anyhow,
right?
So.
It's like speech class.
Yes, everyone's favorite thing to do, right? Okay, Dawn. So we're gonna start with your name and your title and how long you've worked here.
Dawn Beck. My title is Customer Service Rep, and I've been with the CA Lawn Company for 35 years.
Very nice. And what do you like about working here?
I would say the ownership, what they stand for and what they believe in.
Very nice. And what have been some of the remarkable results that you've seen since you've been here?
Remarkable. That as many people, no, let me rephrase that. In this organization, there are a lot of people that have been here 15 plus, 20 plus years, and that says something for the company.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about that. What exactly is the team like? The people you work with every day.
The people I work with, I would say it's a balance between protecting the company and protecting the customer. That both are important, and you have to look out for both. But ultimately, the company is what you're protecting, and part of it is educating the customer.
Well put. Mm-hmm. Have you been involved in any Kaizen events?
Not so far this year, but last year I was in 3, I believe, during the summer, and they were all more office related.
Okay.
I haven't been out in the foundry part or any of those areas yet.
Okay.
Subject to change, probably.
So what improvements have you seen since you've been here?
I would say a lot of consistency with standard work. People coming up with the EBI lights, that there's a lot of things I think that people did that they really didn't even realize that they were doing that was contributing to making it better. So it's bringing focus on that. With the Kaizens, you see a lot of improvement with maybe if they rearranged how they were laying something out. And it really boils down to what is the customer willing to pay for. And I think, in a lot of companies you have a lot of people doing the same thing but differently, and you don't even realize that until you really take a look at why are you doing this.
So if we were to step back in time, what would employees who were here 135 years ago say about what's going on today?
I think they would be amazed. Back when I started, I don't even think we had, well, we definitely didn't have laptops. You might have had a mainframe that you would enter like the production order in, but everything else was done by hand. So if it was a routing, it was either typewritten or handwritten, and they had little sheets that they used that had their hours on it. That was all hand done.
So what's next? Where do you think the organization is going in the future?
I think it's only going to get better. Where it's going, I don't know. But what I see is a lot of little improvements that become a big improvement.
And what about you personally? Do you see yourself continuing to advance here?
Advance, probably in my job, maybe not so much anymore because there's younger ones there, to take that reign. and go with it, but to be supportive and to be a part of the organization is it's something to be proud of.
Well, and along that line then, do you see really those company core values throughout the entire organization? Do you see that the caring, the improving, the honesty, the success?
I would say for the most part, I would say more than you would at probably any other organization. And, you know, to me, I'll give an example with, say, the safety portion is they did shut down on Monday for the safety of the employees. And out of all the years that I've been here, there's only been twice that they've shut down because of inclement weather. And I think that says a lot, because back when we were downtown, there was a huge snowstorm that came in and they didn't shut down, and I said something to the HR person that was in charge at that time, and she said, if I can make it to work, everybody else should be here. And she lived 4 blocks away from work. And I was just like, wow, that's kind of, and so that whole attitude is different. And even like how they used to be safe to today is so different. And even back in the earlier days, and you know, they would have different concepts of new ideas, and you know, let's build on new ideas, transformation of America, things like that. So they always have been interested in pursuing that. It's just now we've got a team that has taken it to the next level.
Do you feel that you stay mentally challenged and engaged with your work?
I would say so. You almost have to, because it's not that it's changing, but it's always something new happening every day that you have to address or get involved with.
Okay. So if someone was asking you if this would be a good place to work, what would you have to say?
I would say yes.
And what have you learned in your years that you've been here?
That they care. And I think that says a lot in an organization, that if you're going through a birth, a death, any kind of crisis, they do care, and they want you to keep your mental health. You know, so it's always to make sure you're doing okay through it. So to me, that says a lot.
That's awesome. Very cool. Okay. We kind of touched on quality and safety a little bit, but would you say that CA Lawton is dedicated to quality?
Yes.
Okay. And what makes CA Lawton a safe place to work today?
Well, I don't know if we've always had a safety team, but safety has always been a big criteria, and now it's reporting and telling you how many days that we've had no accidents. So that really keeps people kind of motivated too. And just lately too, they want you to report even a near miss, because a near miss could end up being something a lot worse.
Great. Thank you. Any other stories you want to share, or anything else you want to talk about?
No, but I'm going to sound like a man on that, and it's not gonna.
I always think I sound like a little girl.
Oh, I hate my voice. I just hate it. It's like,